The world of One Piece has finally come into live action in the form of a Netflix television show. But who's behind bringing this worldwide phenomenon to life? Here's what you need to know before you watch Netflix's One Piece. News of an American-made live-action One Piece TV show dates back to July 2017. This was when producer and self-professed One Piece fan Marty Adelstein announced that his company Tomorrow Studios had secured a partnership with Shueisha and author Eiichiro Oda to adapt One Piece into a live-action TV series. Oda later revealed that he actually entered discussions about a live-action English-language version of One Piece a year earlier in 2016. So it's been a long time coming at this point.
So what do you say? Are you with me?
Netflix officially picked up the series in 2020 and ordered a 10-episode first season that was later reduced to 8. Though production faced lengthy delays during the COVID-19 pandemic, production picked up again during 2021, and the series began filming in early 2022. Though no details on a release date were given at that point. Fans speculated that the show would drop at some point in 2023. And they were correct. As revealed at Netflix's Tudum event in Brazil, we now know that all 8 episodes of One Piece Season 1 will premiere on August 31st, 2023. One Piece takes place in a fictional world not too dissimilar to our own, though much of the planet's surface is covered by water. The only continent is called the Red Line, a narrow strip of land that goes all the way around the globe. Also circling the globe is the Grand Line, a stretch of ocean that's known for its rapidly changing weather and dangerous sea life. When they cross, these two lines split a huge body of water known as the Blue Sea into 4 quadrants: the East Blue, the West Blue, the North Blue, and the South Blue. There are many islands in the Blue Sea, some of them safer than others. This is a world full of pirates after all. The story follows the Straw Hat Pirates, named after the hat worn by their optimistic captain Monkey D. Luffy. It's Luffy's dream to find the legendary treasure known as the One Piece, which was hidden by the famed pirate Goldie Roger before his execution at the hands of the world government. Whoever finds it will be proclaimed the new Pirate King. And Luffy won't stop until that title is his. He knows he can't do this alone, however, so he sets about putting a crew together and making a name for himself. This is all covered in the East Blue Saga, which, going by the promotional material and casting news, is what the first season of Netflix's One Piece will be based on. The lead role of Monkey D. Luffy is being played by a young actor named Iñaki Godoy, building on a filmography that thus far consists predominantly of projects made in his home country of Mexico. In an interview with Decider, Godoy revealed that he started reading the manga and watching the anime after winning his One Piece role, mainly so he could get a grasp on Luffy's bizarre physicality. After eating a devil fruit, his body has the properties of rubber. He said, "How can I translate this rubber man into live action? In those cases, I really use the anime and manga for reference, so I literally tried to replicate the way this guy fights." He continued in detail. When he throws a punch and he takes it back, he puts his hand on his bicep or his shoulder. So if he does that, I should do that too, right? And when he's about to throw a punch, sometimes he lifts up his leg. I just try to look for those little details in the original product. Rounding out Luffy's Straw Hat Pirates crew are Makenyu, the son of martial arts movie legend Sonny Chiba, as the legendary swordsman Zoro. Emily Rudd, who played Clara in Amazon's Hunters, appears as the enigmatic thief and navigator Nami. Tad Skyler, who you might remember as Walt in TNT's The Lazarus Project, plays the womanizing chef Sonji. Rounding out the Straw Hats is Jacob Romero Gibson, who played AJ Delagi in Own's Greenleaf as the skilled marksman Usopp. Supporting additions to the cast include Peter Gadio as Luffy's idol redhead Shanks, McKinley Belcher III as the villainous fisherman Arlong, Ilya Issa-Raelis Paulino as ruthless pirate Alvida, and Jeff Ward as the clown-dressing Captain Buggy. We'll also see Stephen Ward as the fearsome sword fighter Mihawk, Chioma Yumiya as Nami's adoptive older sister, Nojiko, and Morgan Davies as cabin boy and future Navy Captain Kobe. It has been confirmed that the first 2 episodes of One Piece Season 1 are directed by Mark Jobst, who has some history with shows about pirates, having helmed a Season 4 episode of Black Sails. The Stars series, which ran for 4 seasons between 2014 and 2017, is a prequel to Treasure Island, and is about pirates seeking riches while evading the British government. The themes are very similar, though there's no superpowers in Black Sails. But that's not to say that Jobs doesn't have experience in that area. Jobs is perhaps best known for his work on Netflix's hit Daredevil series, most notably helming the Season 3 opener Resurrection. He also directed a couple of episodes of Luke Cage, meaning he has a shared history with One Piece co-showrunner Matt Owens. Owens was a staff writer and executive story editor on the Marvel show. Jobs is also known for directing episodes of The Witcher and Jupiter's Legacy, both Netflix shows, so he's clearly trusted by the higher-ups at the streamer. Marty Adelstein, whose company Tomorrow Studios helped get the live-action One Piece series off the ground, is an executive producer on the show. But fans will no doubt be more excited to learn that One Piece creator Eiichiro Oda is also producing. When Oda was first approached about adapting his long-running manga into a live-action English-language series back in 2016, he had some doubts. Even after agreeing to the project, he had some major reservations, as there were some difficulties to begin with. In a lengthy Instagram post, Oda wrote, "We obviously come from very different cultures, so when it comes to entertainment, we have different codes, skill sets, and aims. Sometimes it could be frustrating for both sides. It felt like we're all trying to get to the same place, so how come we're not on the same wavelength? There was even a time when I thought, is a foreign production even possible?" Luckily, they were all able to get onto the same page, taking the series in a direction that Oda was happy with. The creator revealed that he had, and still has, a final say when it comes to what goes into the Netflix show. He wrote, "They've promised they won't launch until I'm satisfied. They're burning with passion, and I've reminded everyone involved that this should be fun." In what was perhaps the most exciting announcement at Anime Expo 2023, it was confirmed that the voice cast from the long-running One Piece anime series will be playing their respective characters in the Japanese dub of Netflix's live-action show. In a clip shared at the convention, Iñaki Godoy revealed that he recently took a trip to Tokyo to meet the original voice of Luffy, Mayumi Tanaka. Tanaka has been playing Luffy since 1999, so as a fan, Godoy was understandably very excited to meet her.
Luffy and you inspire me to be the best version of myself that I can be. I'm just so honored to meet you.
It seems like Tanaka was proud of the new Luffy actor too, since he presented him with a straw hat as a gift, telling him, "I leave this hat with you. Bring it to me someday when you become a great pirate." Showrunners Matt Owens and Steven Maeda wrote the first and last episode of Netflix's One Piece, entitled Romance Dawn and Worst in the East. Maeda is perhaps best known as one of the producers of Lost, but he has plenty of other noteworthy credits to his name, including Lie to Me and Helix. He also wrote more than 40 episodes of The X-Files between 2000 and 2002. Matt Owens was a staff writer and executive story editor on Daredevil. But that's not the only Marvel show he's been involved in. He was also a writer on Luke Cage, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and The Defenders. The other writers involved in One Piece have worked on shows like the animated Harley Quinn series, Supergirl, and Umbrella Academy. So it seems like the humorous, superpowered antics of the manga and anime will be in good hands. When Netflix released a second trailer, the streamer shared some words from One Piece creator Eiichiro Oda. In a note that was posted to Twitter, Oda said that he fully expected fans of the source material to highlight the differences between the manga and the live-action show. After the launch, I'm sure I hear about some people pointing out how this character is missing or that scene is omitted, or this bit is different from the manga, but I'm sure they'll come from a place of love, so I intend to enjoy even those comments. As Oda predicted, most of the early comments were good-natured, with fans on the whole accepting that some changes need to be made when it comes to creating something in real life. One Reddit user wrote, "I definitely see some changes to the plot. Arlong's crew seems to show up at the Baratier. Buggy's crew seems to have a natural circus going on. Plus, it seems like the Going Merry encounters Garp ship at one point. Everything still looks really good though. You'll never please everyone when it comes to adapting a beloved manga series, but the live-action One Piece seems to have plenty of support from the fandom when it comes to making tweaks. Of course, having Oda on board certainly helps."